Hi, favored ones. Good morning. Welcome to Soul Reflections. Um, in today's segment, I'd like to share about disconnecting from social media. During this week, Holy Week kasi, I found a feature of my phone, which is the digital wellness and parental control. So there's this option where I can deactivate several of the applications that I have installed in my phone. And I started with it gradually. So, ang una kong dina-activate is Facebook Messenger and Viber. Throughout the course of the week until Friday, I already deactivated Instagram, pati yung mga Lazada, Shopee, even Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all of those were deactivated. And, I realized that it was very refreshing. It was such a respite from being connected with the world. I know that I miss some calls, I miss answering to messages immediately. Kasi from time to time, I open naman eh. I activate and take a look at my messages. Then, answer, tapos sara ulit, deactivate. One thing I realize is that I don't really mind missing out on calls or urgent messages. Kasi if totoong urgent, tatawagan naman ako or ita-text, di ba? And I don't need to be too attached to being online all the time. And it's also Holy Week, so I wanted to spend the time in silence. And during the moments when I'm in silence, my mind couldn't help but go to my to-do list. As in, para siyang nagtatrabaho pa. Na-experience nyo ba yon? Yung parang gusto nyo lang na magtunganga at magmuni-muni about life. But then, yung mind mo, unconsciously, pupunta siya sa to-do list. And, well, for some people, it can be frustrating. But for me, I just take it as it is. Kasi, wala naman tayong magagawa kung anong isipin ng mind, eh, di ba? The mind really, would constantly have so many thoughts, as in and out yung thoughts. Pero kung meron thought na talagang naglilinger, it's better to act on it. So, one of the thoughts that really lingered was, I have to invite the next batch of Soul Talk guests. So, imagine nyo, in the middle of my silent time, nag-activate ako ng messenger and sent invites to those people who I felt that would be a fit for Soul Talk this coming April. And, after that, hindi ko naman hinintay yung mga replies nila, di ba? Parang hinayaan ko na lang. Basta ang important is that I sent the invite and I'll just follow up on Monday if need be. And I realized that kahit naka-deactivate halos lahat ng applications ng phone ko, I have this tendency of grabbing the phone unconsciously. And, alam mo yun, bubuksan ko yung phone, titignan ko, tapos halos lahat ng app, naka-gray. Kasi pag naka-deactivate siya, parang gray na siya, hindi na siya colored. So, parang ako, okay. So, there's really this habit of grabbing the phone all the time, kahit na hindi naman talaga kailangan. And even when I've set the intention that silence dapat, hindi, ang hirap. Yung kamay talaga may sarili siyang, may sarili siyang utak. Gusto pa rin niya kunin yung phone. And it's really very unconscious of us to do it. And what I realize is that we don't really need to be frustrated with the unconscious. Kasi we can correct it naman eh. We have the power to correct it. It's not like we are bound by the unconscious, the patterns, all the time or forever. Hindi yun totoo. We're more powerful than that. Once we're aware of the unconscious, there's always the power within us to make changes. And I realized that there are a lot of groups in my messengers that I don't really get value. So, just this morning, I left and deleted all of those. Dati hindi ko magawa kasi may sense of attachment. But then, this morning, after, after experiencing a little bit of silence the past 2 days, I realized that it's okay. It's okay to leave and delete those groups. Lalo na kung wala naman akong value na nakukuha from them. And, that's one step in making sure that I have less distractions. Because a lot of times we are called to do something, to focus on something. But because of our unconscious patterns, we get derailed, we get distracted, and then it causes a lot of delays. As long as you're aware of that pattern, of that unconscious habit, you have the power to make changes so that you could focus more. And, in time, you will understand that there are some things that you really don't need to hold on to. Kasi hindi naman siya nakakabuti. And yung good na nabibigay niya is not substantial. So that's where wisdom would come in. That's where discernment would come in. When you would realize what is it that's really good for you. And that's the time that you can really act on the wisdom that you receive. So I hope that this message has helped you today. Nga pala, Easter. So happy Easter, everyone. The day the Lord has risen. So let's all celebrate this day. Actually, marami nga nagsasabi na this day is more special than Christmas. Kasi if Christ didn't resurrect or Christ has not risen, we won't be saved and it won't be that much of an impact to us Christians. So, mawawala ang Christmas. Ayun. So, let's celebrate this day and I wish you all the best. God bless everyone.